Hello po. Welcome to another vlog on accounting and facts matter. So today po ay magdi-discuss po tayo about books of accounts. So what are books of accounts? Ito po yung accounting records ng business. So pag mag-register po tayo sa Bureau of Internal Revenue, we also register our books of accounts. Actually po, tatlo po yung options natin. We can start with the manual books of accounts. So bibili po tayo ng mga journals, bound journals po. Or yung iba, tinatawag po nating brown na book. No, I hear people call them brown book or whatever, but these are generally called journals. And depende din po sa business on ano po yung complexity ng business. So, if you start small, like for sari-sari stores po, pwede lang po dalawa lang yung books of accounts. Yung book of original entry, which we call the general journal, and the book of final entry, which we call the general ledger. So, ano pong pinakaiba ng dalawa? Yung general journal po, dun po natin nire-record lahat po ng transactions from the time na nag-invest po sa business to the time na bumili po ng first batch ng goods pag nasa trading po tayo up until na binenta po natin. So, yung sales po natin, daily sales natin, and then at the same time, yung pag-repurchase ng goods for resale. And then up to the time na nag-make ng profit, mag-withdraw po yung businessman ng profit from the business, dun din po natin nire-record. So, in short po, the general journal is really the book that is being used regularly by the business. Yung general ledger naman po is the book of final entry. And paano po natin gamitin yung general ledger rather? The general ledger po is the book of final entry where we get to use it at the end of a period. So ano po yung tinatawag natin na period? Have two periods. Now we have the calendar period and the fiscal period. So kung titingnan po natin yung isang year, meron po tayong tinatawag na calendar year, and then meron din pong fiscal year. Yung calendar year starts in January and ends on December 31 of any given year. So, straight po yan ng 12 months. But what about the fiscal year? Meron po kasi mga industries like dito po sa province namin, yung sugar industry, where business owners would start their business using yung yung start ng milling season, which is the month of September. So, for example, September 1, and it will end on August 31, or still 12 months din po, but it doesn't start on January 1st. So, 12 months po yan, and we call that fiscal year, meaning the fiscal year is any 12-month period, pero hindi po siya nagsastart ng January 1. Okay, so going back to the ledger po, dun po natin pinopost. When we say post po, kasi at the end of a particular period, and when we talk of a period, the shortest period is 1 month. Kasi most of the businesses, no, if not, business owners talaga would want to know ano yung bottom line nila at the end of a particular month. So, normally nagka-cut off po tayo, especially also for, or in particular, for the reporting to BIR, nagka-cut off po tayo every month. So, take into account January 1 to 31, lahat po ng mga accounts na affected for a particular month. So, in that case po, January 1 to 31, tinototal natin lahat ng accounts. So, ano po yung mga accounts na affected? Meron po ba tayong salaries? Meron po ba tayong additional investments? Meron po ba tayong purchases? Meron po ba tayong expenses? Tinototal po natin lahat based on the category of expense, cost or expense, and the revenue. And then, kahit asset po, asset, liability, and capital. So, kinakategorize natin based on the account title. So, pag sinabi nating account titles, specific po yan. Is it cash? Did the transaction affect accounts receivable? Did the transaction affect inventory? Did the account or transaction affect liabilities or capital? Revenue ba yan or expense for that matter? So, lahat po ng totals, no? Kinukuha po natin yung totals per account and then pinopost po natin sa GL. So, yung GL meaning, yun po yung isang account meron po siyang isang ledger. So that means for cash, tinototal po natin lahat nung increases to cash, pinopost natin yung total increase to cash in the GL, and then pinopost din po natin dun sa cash, lahat po ng decreases din dun sa GL. I'll not talk about debit and credit kasi we're not discussing accounting really, no? Hindi naman ito accounting class, but just to simplify kung ano yung gamit ng GL. So, I really hope that this video I was able to deliver kahit in layman's term. I hope na i-deliver ko po, na paintindi ko po. Especially I'm an advocate of taxpayer education as early as for those na who are students in college, no, in the BS accountancy program and in the BS management accounting or accounting courses. Kailangan talaga maintindihan nyo yung mga basic, no, ng paggamit ng books of accounts kasi as of the moment as I am speaking, ang dami pa pong MSMEs. When we say MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises, and to think that they are 99.5% po of the total registered businesses here in the Philippines are micro, small, and medium entities. Pero makikita po natin in actual or in the reality, hindi po sila guided on what to do with the books of accounts. And unfortunately, some, if not many of them, are not maintaining books of accounts. Kaya po, when the time comes na i-examine po sila ng BIR, ang dami pong problema. So I really hope that this I was able to educate in relation to the topic on books of accounts. So thank you po for listening, and I hope that you watch more of my videos, no, coming soon po. Salamat po.